Hello again, YouTube. I just wanted to kind of go over a spreadsheet that I've been using to track my progress in the bariatric program, as well as to kind of show how I'm going to use it to hopefully track my progress throughout the weight loss phase, and then going into maintenance, so I can kind of hold accountability and do it in such a way that all I have to do is just plug in my number each week, and I don't have to worry about remembering what day I had surgery on, what day I need to weigh in, blah blah blah. I'll have everything already predetermined based on a couple values we'll set in one of the tabs here. So first off, what I did is when I first entered the program, I went through and found all the requirements of things that I had to do, and I added those to this section here. So this is all the stuff that I had to do before the surgery could get scheduled, and then after, there's a list of stuff that had to be done. So this value here is dynamic. Both of these are, as well as the status here. So if I go in this field here and get rid of the date, you'll see that this shows in progress and that updates. So also, if I didn't have a date here, it would be red, and the status is the same. But it's kind of the color indicators are good, so we could at least see that progress was to be made. Because I was lucky. I only had 3 months to wait, but some people have 6 or longer. So that's definitely something like this is nice to occupy your time, so you can kind of see what you're working towards. So anyway, I gotta move on. I don't have much time. So the next part of my little workbook here is kind of the stats. So you set them once, and you don't have to worry about it. And we'll see what those do in the next sheet here. So highest weight, self-explanatory. Pre-op start weight, I added that on there. I don't think I really do anything with it in the next sheet, but I added it in case I wanted to add something in the future. So it's not bad to keep track of that anyway. So surgery date, I'm having surgery in 2 days. I think I'm due around 325, so I went ahead and threw that in there now. I'll adjust it when the time comes. Do the surgery date here. That's important because a lot of the values in the next sheet get derived from this here. Goal weight, self-explanatory, maintenance, high and low points. I just threw those in there. I don't know. Honestly, I don't have a goal weight. It's funny. 220 was mentioned by my nurse practitioner, but honestly, I think I can go lower, but 220 would be a healthy weight for me, but we'll see what happens. So anyway, going into the next screen, let me get rid of the stuff. I was playing with it. So based on this date here, you'll see that when the date's here, these values are dynamic. So all this gets thrown up. So we'll see that I know that week 10 is going to be October 15th. So if I go here and I change this to instead be August 16th, we'll see that week 10 is now October 25th. So we'll go back. We'll put my actual surgery date there. Everything should be back the way it was. So, okay. So at the end of, actually the only thing I have to do when I come in here is put my whatever weight that I currently weigh for the week. So we'll see that my surgery weight was 325. So we'll say I'll lose 10 pounds the first week. So I'll do 315. You see that the rest of this stuff kind of auto-populates. I have a column here for rolling 3-week average loss. So once I get 3 weeks under my belt, it's going to kind of keep track of the average loss just from the last 3 weeks. Because when you look at average loss over the entire span, the numbers get a little skewed, and it doesn't really tell the accurate story. So I actually use this column to populate a projected goal date. But with this field, it's not, it's definitely not going to be any type of real guesstimation. It's a very basic algorithm I use. It's not going to be accurate at all, but once I get down closer to goal, it'll be more accurate, and I can kind of help out. But I only have a minute left because I'm using some funny software, so I might have to stop this and then redo it. Okay, jumping back in. So as I think where I just left off, and sorry there's a gap because the software I'm using only lets me go in 5-minute increments, so starting over. So each week as I go in, I'll know that the date here is dynamic, so I don't have to worry about remembering the dates. I don't have to remember any of that historical stuff. One thing I've noticed in a lot of YouTube videos, I watch a lot of the WLS stuff, and it's always funny that nobody can ever remember what week they're in. It's just it kind of drives me nuts. It's like an OCD thing I have, I guess. But because everyone has a video like, I'm gonna give you my numbers for a week, and then they like turn their head and like tap their chin a couple times, and then finally they're like, oh yeah, I'm in like week 3 or something. This is my 3rd week. But So anyway, that's why I did this here. So it's all dynamic. No way you can forget it. All you have to do is just know that all you gotta do is plug your current weight in. So, and it takes care of the rest. Okay, so I'll do 300 here, and we can see that it keeps an average, a weekly average loss. So this is the over the time, from week 1 all the way to week 50, or week 1 to present, whatever it is. So this is kind of the skewed number that I was talking about earlier. Still good to know. I kind of like this number, but in terms of using that number to derive any type of projected goal date, you're not going to get it from that. I think the rolling 3-week average loss is more accurate. And the further you are along in the process, this number will actually be more accurate, in determining your projected goal date. But that's the whole week, the whole separate discussion on that, and it can go on for hours. So I'm not gonna open that can of worms. But some of the stuff that I have in here, I like. It keeps track of my loss since my highest weight, which is found from in this table here. Pounds into a goal. It's good to look at this. I think I'm going to use that to as kind of a barometer to stay on track and stay accountable. It definitely helped me throughout the process. Again, I was lucky. I only had a couple months. So if someone's out there is in a process that may have to take 6 months or more, then just shoot me an email or something. I have no problem sending you this file if you want it, or if if you want to expand on it, whatever. That's what we're here for, to lean on each other. So, but other than that, it's pretty self-explanatory stuff. And I think I did some negative cases in here. So say 1 week I gain. So I go from 305 to 310. I think I adjusted for that so we can see the cell turns red. Oh no, I gained weight. Not that that's a bad thing, but I just did it just as a visual representation that it wasn't a loss. And red I probably could use a different color, but red people usually think that's bad, but as you get down further into the maintenance or closer to maintenance, you're going to have red. It's just part of it. So that's up to you. But I have other colors I did in here too. So you'll see that once you hit goal, it turns green here. And I believe, nope, I didn't. I was going to say once you get below your maintenance point that things start going red, but it doesn't look like I did that. So no big deal. It's still definitely a great spreadsheet, and I think it'll help someone out if you want to use it. If not, I'm definitely going to use it, and I'm kind of proud of it. So just wanted to show it. Hope you guys like it. Thanks.